Taproot Edmonton has been asking residents what they care about ahead of the municipal election. A major theme among voters is public safety. Mack Male is the co-founder and CEO of Taproot Edmonton, and he's been looking into where candidates stand on this issue. What did you hear from respondents about public safety in particular?
Public safety really stood out across a lot of the responses. It was a thing that a lot of people mentioned in their responses to us. So it definitely feels like it's a very important issue for voters. And there's quite a range of opinions. You know, some people talking really about root causes and addressing things like homelessness and mental health and addictions. Other people taking maybe a more practical call for greater enforcement and wanting to see something change with the way that we manage and deal with the problem downtown. And downtown and transit were the two areas that really came up a lot. People don't maybe feel as safe in those areas as they would like to. And so a lot of folks didn't have a solution necessarily, but they highlighted that this is a really important thing to them.
What are you hearing from mayoral candidates on this topic?
Well, the mayoral candidates, I think, have come out first on public safety. We haven't seen as much about this topic from some of the candidates. Councillor Tim Cartmel, Safe Streets is one of his pillars of his campaign. He's been out talking about that for quite a while. A couple of things he notes are proactive community policing. Mayoral candidate Raheem Jaffer, I thought, had one of the most specific, tangible campaign platforms so far on this. He wants to hire 500 new police officers over 4 years. He also wants to increase authorities for peace officers, which is something that council will be discussing. And he suggested doing things like installing turnstile gates at LRT stations, maybe CCTV cameras around. So he's got a few more practical things. Councillor Knack and former Councillor Michael Walters have both kind of talked a little bit more about that root cause side of things, talking about addressing mental health and addictions. Just a few other of the candidates. Omar Mohammed, who's running for mayor, said, visible presence of peace officers and police on transit would be important. He's also suggested turnstiles at LRT stations. And then Olney Tugwell and former councillor Tony Canarita both talked about the relationship between the police and city council and the police commission, saying that needs to be working well as a prerequisite for public safety.